Hey Leo, this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and first house. If you have Leo or the Sun in your first house, you can also check this reading out as well. That is your identity, okay? Leo, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. This is messages for now. So whenever you come across this reading or whenever you watch this, even if you watch this sooner than later and you decide later on, I need to watch this again, come back to it. These are just messages, a big pep talk, encouragement about what you need to focus on now, what you can do now for your own betterment and for you to thrive. It can be for today, it can be for tomorrow, it can be for this week, this month, next month, or for the rest of this year in 2026. At any given time in 2026, if you need to hear this, because there are circumstances that just arise that kind of ring a bell when it comes to these messages that come out in this video, you can come back and watch it. These messages are specifically for that, whatever you're going on, whatever is going on in your life. Okay, so we're just gonna pull three cards total. So 2 oracle messages and a tarot message. Sometimes 2 cards come out, but I'm just kind of keeping these readings straight to the point and keeping it going. Okay, so far I hope that you've enjoyed this year or have learned, some things about yourself this year. We are in the year of the horse. The fire horse is the spirit, the guardian that is in charge of this year. Okay, so let's see, you guys. For Leo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and or Venus signs, and those of you who have Leo or the Sun in your first house. Your first house is your identity, like I said. So some people don't have anything in their first house, and that's totally fine. Those are not the people that I'm talking to. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, Leo. We're gonna take those. Interesting. So Leo, you got 3 cards, but we're gonna go ahead and keep it. We're gonna keep it pushing as much as we can. Do a distraction dump. It says, do a distraction dump. It says, get to know the gremlin on your shoulder. Okay. And then even in the midst of chaos, you can find joy. Pisces also receive this. Interesting. So, Leo. I absolutely love that you guys got 3 cards because you guys are like, the more the better, right? I've never really met a Leo who is like a minimalist, but maybe there's a Leo out there, who is a bit of a minimalist. But as a Leo myself, in 3 placements, it's very difficult for me to be a minimalist. I tried it, couldn't do it. I'm a bit of a maximalist in so many different ways. But anyway, if there's negative talk going around about you, to you, or negative talk that you are saying to yourself, negative conversations you have about yourself, or maybe it's not about yourself, maybe it's just about things that are going on around you. If there's negative talk, it's time to kind of understand where that's coming from. Is it a family thing? Do you have, were you raised around people where it was just always negative, always judgment, cup half full kind of, or even more like cup half empty kind of a thing? Where did that come from? That's just the question that I'm getting. In these readings moving forward, I'm just tapping into exactly what comes into my spirit. And what I'm getting is, where did you learn this negative talk from? Where did you get, when did you start complaining more? Did your dad complain all the time? Did your mom complain all the time? Do you have friends who complain and gossip all the time? Just like I said to Pisces, I'm getting some of you guys, Leo, maybe you have Pisces in your chart somewhere. You may need to write down things that have your attention that are honestly just distractions. It is not growing you. It is not helping you thrive. It is not bettering you. If it's not doing any of those things, if it's not bettering you, if it's not growing you, if it is not helping you thrive, if it's not bringing prosperity, good health, better judgment, then it's just a distraction at that point. And you may need to think about, okay, this is what, are you watching the news too much? Are you listening to other people's opinions on social media too much instead of having a mind of your own? Because it says, even in the midst of chaos, you can find joy. You can have a lot going on around you. It's like being in a forest or in a natural environment, right? And you may be distracted by a lot of the trees, right? There's a lot of trees around you. But if you pay close attention, you'll see tiny insects. You'll see mushrooms, right? You'll see different types of living organisms and living things that may be overlooked because of all the grandeur of the trees, depending on, the natural environment you're in. It could be a desert. You may look at a desert and look at, all the sand or the rocks and the dryness, you know what I mean? But if you look closely, there are animals that live in the desert, that thrive in the desert, right? Somehow that is what they call home. There's always a moment of peace. There's always moments of knowledge, moments of joy that you can find no matter the distractions, Leo. The bottom of the deck, it says you get to decide where you give your time and attention. You get to decide that, Leo. You do. Nobody else. So whatever you may be going through right now, if there is someone who is saying or in some ways pushing you to give your attention to whatever they're going through, or to give your attention to what they are doing or what they have to say, you have the choice in that moment to either give them your time and attention or to not. And your spirit, your intuition will tell you whether that is the time or not to say yes or no. Your spirit will tell you, okay, Leo, this person needs your time, give them your time. Or your spirit will tell you, Leo, this is not the time to give them your attention, right? If it's a text message or a phone call, your spirit will tell you in that moment, you need to answer the phone, you need to text them back. Or it will tell you, not now. Okay. You may have a lot that's been going on around you. I'm getting for some of you, it's family and friends. It could be romance, but I'm getting for some reason, I'm getting family and friends right now. For others of you, it can just be specifically the work environment that you're in. You just have a lot going on You have people's eyes on you. You have people judging you. You have people who are looking at you and the work that you make, the work that you do. They're supposed to judge you and make sure that you're doing your job right, especially if it's a job that you just got, like a new job. And you could be feeling a bit negative about yourself because, you know, you are being judged, you know, professionally. But that should not be a, you know, a judgment that you should place on yourself, right? If there's someone who's judging you prematurely or personally, guess what? That's not your problem. If they don't know you and they don't know what you've been through, they don't know who you are as a person, their judgment really doesn't have, their judgment is a bit lacking. They don't really have a leg to stand on, right? So just be aware of that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Stop being hard on yourself. What is that doing for you? Seriously. What is being hard on yourself doing? Does it make you feel good? Is it making you a better person, or is it just making you a harder person? Are your friendships thriving and improving? Do they feel safer? Right? Those are things to think about. Food for thought. Let's pull a couple more cards, you guys. Whoa. Full moon in Gemini. So this is Sagittarius season. It says the answers you need are coming. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who needs to hear that, but bottom of the deck, it says, what do you need to release? Waning moon. So you may receive some type of phone call or text message or someone who wants to talk to you to give you some answers to some questions that you may have been seeking, some answers to questions that you really need about yourself or about a specific person. I'll give you an example, Leo, because, you know, I feel this message is kind of speaking to me as well to some degree. There was a time, well, actually it was recently. There was a moment when I was at work. I just got this job and it's an amazing job. I love it. Like, I'm happy. And, you know, I can be a bit of an open book sometimes. And, you know, I can be, you know, I'm very, you know, social, I guess, to some degree, in certain environments. But there was a coworker who pulled me aside and said, hey, you know, and this coworker didn't know me from Adam, okay? But she took a liking to me. And she said, you know, don't trust anyone here. Like, be careful with the things that you say to people. And she just left it at that. And I'm like, interesting. This girl don't know me at all. And she like did not know me at all, okay? Just met me like 2 days prior. Sometimes our guides will send someone to give us an answer to some questions or to give us some knowledge about circumstances that we're in that we need to pay attention to. Ever since my coworker told me that, my lips were sealed and I was careful with who I was talking to and who I was, you know, divulging my life to, so to speak. You know what I mean? So that is an example, Leo. There may be some answers or some messages given to you that you didn't even realize you needed, but it answered something inside of you and you are able to better move towards your future with ease, okay? Let's go ahead and pull one more card for you guys, Leo. Again, you can take these messages for today, tomorrow, next week, next month, this month, or just for the rest of 2026, okay? Take what resonates, leave what does not. Release, yeah, we have the Tower. No, death, sorry, this is death. Yeah, Leo. There's a new chapter in your life. Wow, we have Judgment, yeah. Okay. You may have been feeling like you've been judged, but maybe there are those of you guys, you've been judged by your ancestors, or you're being judged by your creator, or being judged by whatever beings are looking at you. Maybe that's why you're feeling some judgment, is because they're looking at you and saying, Leo, you know, we're just taking some notes here. We're giving you a little bit of a review. Okay, so maybe some of you guys may be feeling a little bit judged from the beings up high in the, you know, in the sky, so to speak, or in the heavens. But others of you, this is just a time to reevaluate. This is just a time where there is a version of you that is now needing to be left behind. Okay, a door and shut for good, so that the new you can continue forward, learning, growing, thriving, prospering. Okay, this is a time of release for you. Let go, get the answers that you need about whatever you need to know, and move on. Let go of the negativity, the negative talk, let go of the gossip. For some of you, Leo, I'm getting let go of drinking. You don't have to be an alcoholic. Okay, I'm just saying that some of you guys may like a little drinky drink here and there, and maybe that's a part of your journey where your guides are asking you, stop doing that. That can be hard, y'all. That can be hard. Your guides may be telling you, you can't be that person's friend no more. We don't like them. And I'm talking about your guides that actually care about you, not the guys that are trying to trip you up, okay? Because there are entities and spirit guides and ancestors that be trying to trip you up, okay? Be careful. So make sure that you're using your intuition and your better judgment to understand, okay, is this person my friend? Do these people have my, you know, my best interests at heart? Do I have my best interests at heart, right? Ask those questions. I'm just saying, some of y'all are distracted. It's understandable. There's some ADHD, ABC. There's a lot going on, you guys, okay? I have ADHD, so I get it. So there can be a lot going on up here to where we're not paying attention to the details that really need us to pick up, okay? Be careful. So much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, y'all.